You playing in Minanga? Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Giridhari. Gopijana Vallabha Giridhari. Gopijana Vallabha Giridhari. Gopijana Vallabha Giridhari. Yashodhanandana Brajajana Yasodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamana Tera Vana Chari. Jamana Tera Vana Chari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Bolo Haribo. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Bolo Haribo. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astotra Satat Systema, the Divine Grace is confounded Acharya Sila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astotra Satat Systema, the Divine Grace Sila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavini Ki Jai. Namacharya Sri Haridasa Guru Ki Jai. Prem Si Kahau Si Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Si Adwaita Gadadhara Si Vasadi Si Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Sisi Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyamakunda Radha Kunda Girikavadana Ki Jai. Vrindavan Mathura Dham Ke Jai, Samayapana Navadev Dham Ke Jai, Jagannathpuri Dham Ke Jai, Ganga Maya Yamuna Maya Ke Jai, Smriti Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ke Jai, Sama Veda Bhakta Vinda Ke Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanand. Our glory is to the sum of devotees, our glory is to the sum of devotees, our glory is to the sum of devotees, our glory is to the Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So reading from Bhagavad-gita as it is, chapter 4, text 7. Title of this chapter is Transcendental Knowledge. Are they doing some translation?
They're doing it simultaneously with the radio.
Oh, okay. This is the beauty of technology. All right. So I'll ask all of you know, tomorrow is Krishna Janmashtami. Krishna Janmashtami Ki Jai. So are you all prepared for the celebration?
Yes.
Very good. All right, so we take a simple text from the Bhagavad-gita, and where Krishna is saying he comes to this material world. When there is some complication, he comes. So, text 7, chapter 4 of the Bhagavad-gita as it is. Is there anyone here who doesn't know about the Bhagavad-gita as it is? I don't know this book. Raise up your hand. I don't know this book, Bhagavad-gita as it is. I don't know this book. Raise up your hand. Oh, everybody knows Bhagavad-gita. Very good. So, yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abhyothanam dharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham. So can someone try? Men.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम धर्मस्य तदात्मानं श्रीमायहम् यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत
Ladies. One more, ladies.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
So word for word translation and purport by His Divine Grace, His Confounded Acharya, Srila A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So word for word translation, yada yada, whenever and wherever, he certainly, dharmasya, of religion, glani, discrepancies, bhavati, become manifested, bharata, O descendant of Bharata, abhyutanam, predominance, adharmasya, of irreligion, tada, at that time, atmanam, self, srijami, manifest, aham, I. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice or descendant of Bharata and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Please kindly responsibly repeat. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice O descendant of Bharata,
O descendant of Bharata,
and a predominant rise of irreligion
and a predominant rise of religion,
at that time,
at that time,
I descend myself.
I descend myself.
Purport. The word Sujami is significant herein. Sujami cannot be used in the sense of creation because, according to the previous verse, there is no creation of the Lord's form or body, since all of the forms are eternally existent. Therefore, Sujami means that the Lord manifests himself as he is. Although the Lord appears on schedule, namely at the end of Dwapara Yuga of the 28th millennium of the 7th Manu in one day of Brahma, he has no obligation to adhere to such rules and regulations because he is completely free to act in many ways at his will. He therefore appears by his own will whenever there is a predominance of irreligiosity and a disappearance of true religion. Principles of religion are laid down in the Vedas, and any discrepancy in the matter of properly executing the rules of the Vedas makes one irreligious. In the Bhagavatam, it is stated that such principles are the laws of the Lord. Only the Lord can manufacture a system of religion. The Vedas are also accepted as originally spoken by the Lord himself to Brahma from within his heart. Therefore, the principles of Dharma or religion are the direct orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dharma tu Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. These principles are already indicated throughout the Bhagavad-gita. The purpose of the Vedas is to establish such principles under the order of the Supreme Lord, and the Lord directly orders at the end of the Gita that the highest principle of religion is to surrender unto him only, and nothing more. The very principles push one towards a complete surrender unto him, that is Krishna. And whenever such principles are disturbed by the demoniac, the Lord appears. From the Bhagavatam, we understand that Lord Buddha is the incarnation of Krishna, who appeared when materialism was rampant, and materialists were using a pretext of the authority of the Vedas. Although there are certain restrictive rules and regulations regarding animal sacrifice for particular purposes in the Vedas, people of demoniac tendencies still took to animal sacrifice without reference to the Vedic principles. Lord Buddha appeared in order to stop this nonsense and to establish the Vedic principles of non-violence. Therefore, each and every avatar or incarnation of the Lord has a particular mission, and they are all described in the revealed scriptures. No one should be accepted as an avatar unless he is referred to by the scriptures. It is not a fact that the Lord appears only on Indian soil. He can manifest himself anywhere and everywhere, and whenever he desires to appear. In each and every incarnation, he speaks as much about religion as can be understood by the particular people under their particular circumstances. But the mission is the same: to lead people to God consciousness and obedience to the principles of religion. Sometimes he descends personally, and sometimes he sends his bona fide representative in the form of his son or servant, or himself in some disguised form. The principles of the Bhagavad-gita we have spoken to Arjuna, and for that matter, to other highly elevated persons, because he was highly advanced compared to ordinary persons in other parts of the world. 2 plus 2 equals 4 in a mathematical principle, is a mathematical principle. That is true in the beginners arithmetic class and in the advanced class as well. Still, there are higher and lower mathematics. In all incarnations of the Lord, therefore, the same principles are taught, but they appear to be higher or lower in varied circumstances. The higher principles of religion begin with acceptance of the 4 orders and 4 statuses of social life, as will be explained later. The whole purpose of the mission of incarnations is to arouse Krishna consciousness everywhere. Such consciousness is manifest and non-manifest only under different circumstances. Om Gyana Chidanasya, Gyana Jana Salakaya, Satsola Megatam, Jina Tasmani, Si Guru Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale, Bhakti Vasudeva Swami. Namaste, Saraswati Devi, Guru Gani Pachari. Never says that swinging body, person to understand. Bande Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Sahodito, Buddhaya Puspavanto, Chita Chanda Tamani. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadara, Sita Sadis, the God of Bhakti Vasudeva. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Panchakalpatari Vacha, Kripasunambhya Vacha, Patitanam, Pavanambhya, Vaishnambhya, Namo. So, again, thank you everyone for coming to participate in this Sunday feast. So, tomorrow is Krishna's birthday, and as you know the people who love you, who care for you, when you have a party. Those who come to your party, those are the people you know that they care for you, they love you. So we are having a party tomorrow, the birthday of Lord Krishna. Are you ready for that party? Yes. Very good. Krishna loves you more than you can think of. And therefore, if someone loves us, we like to reciprocate. Take for instance, if someone goes out to distribute books and then he goes to give someone in his office, today he goes to give a book, next week he goes again to give a book, another week he goes again to give a book. If that person is really ethically moral, he will ask, what can I do for you? Tell me. You've been giving me your books. What can I do to help? So, love is based on reciprocation. You see, Krishna is scheduled to come, or Krishna has been coming to this material world. He's been manifesting in this material world because of us. Because he wants to ensure that we are okay. Why do you think that, okay, mom went to work, our dad is out of work, or even out of station, out of Cologne, and then he calls to say, hey, Jude, what's up? Is everything okay? Checking in. In America, we call it checking in. So Krishna wants to check in to see how we are doing. So he's coming tomorrow. So because Krishna cares, he loves us. If someone does not
check in with you, what is his demonstration that he loves you? If someone does not visit you, what is it? How are you sure? What is the proof that he loves you? If someone does not call you to check in to see how you're doing, how will you validate their love for you? So Krishna is not only calling on the phone, but he's coming to check on us to see how we are doing tomorrow. So you know that he cares, he loves us, okay? And essentially, you know, what is mentioned in the purport here, this is a very popular verse. You know, when we come to the Hare Krishna movement, this is one of the first verses we learn. You know, Yada Yada Yadamasya Glani Bharati Baba Piyotana Madamasya Tadat Manasi Janya. Even the little kids, they know this verse. It's a common verse. But there are a lot of implications to this verse. Krishna is coming, but his brother, what is the name of his brother? Balaram. He has already come. He's already waiting for Krishna to come. So Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Here is a joke, or a logic, or just a critical thinking text. So Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Why does he have to come with a brother? For what? he owns this world. He can come. Why does it? And he's all powerful. No one can do him anything. Or you think he's afraid of anybody? Why he has to come with a brother? For what? Bolo, tell me. Can someone tell us why is it that Krishna chooses to come with an entourage, with his brother, sister? Yes.
To have playtime.
To have playtime. Very good. Yes. To reciprocate love with his family, loved ones. Yes. Anyone, any other point, any other person to add value to this very conversation? Okay. There's a balance, you know. One man said something, and then immediately another one lady spoke up to. Very good. 1-1, okay. So this is very good for our devotees, okay? I travel around the world, and some places I go, in fact, even some of my disciples, they're single children. And I remember one of my girls, she's doing a master's program in computer science in America. And so the first time that I went, the parents invited me to their home when she was a little girl. So I asked the parents, why do you choose to have only one child? Krishna, when he's coming, he doesn't come alone. Why you want this girl to be alone? So sometimes we like to imitate bad things. Bad things because sometimes we do things without understanding the implications. What it turns out, how it turns out to affect the family, how it turns out to affect the community, how it turns out to affect the whole nation. So I appreciate the contributions of the two devotees, Prabhu and how do you call ladies here in Germany? In America, they say they're Prabhus.
Mataji.
What do you call? You call them Matajis here? And they agree? Really?
So far.
Okay. So we got already one Prabhu and one Mataji. You know, I'm asking because I come from America, and in America we call the ladies Prabhu. You know, no women, they don't want to be called Matajis. You know. So, see, when according to scientific research, sometimes I like to talk about science because, you know, when you say some things, then they say, oh, all this is, you know, this religiosity is, you know, dogmatic ideas, mythology, and all this stuff. So, all the things that are in the Vedic literature, they are backed up by science. Even the very foundation of the Hare Krishna movement is backed up by science. Lord Chaitanya established this movement, the Sankirtan movement, on the basis of science. It's a science principle called synergy. Synergy means that when two or more people come together to do a particular thing, the results are always greater than individuals doing that same thing and bringing the results together. In other words, when people come together to chant, we have that devotional and spiritual reinforcement more than individuals single-handedly trying to chant by themselves. It's a scientific model. So, Lord Chaitanya, the best of scientists, he founded this movement on the basis of science. Prabhupada always says this Krishna consciousness is a science. So I'm just trying to, adduce scientific evidence to support what Prabhupada had already mentioned. This is not my statement. Krishna consciousness is science, and I'm just giving you an evidence, scientific-based evidence of the fact that, yes, the coming together, the congregational chanting, Lord Chaitanya established this movement on the basis of, hey, he said, come together, let's chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He didn't say, hey, Bhakti Vasudeva Swami, go lock up yourself in the bathroom, or go lock up yourself in the room, and you chant. I didn't say, Nimai, you go lock up yourself also, and you chant. He said, hey, guys, come together, let's chant together. It is because when we come together to chant, the result is always greater than individuals separately doing the chanting. Okay. So in case someday someone asks you, hey, why do you people gather around, chanting? It is a sign. It is a science. And if the person is someone who does not believe in religion, I have a word for it. And I use this word, and scientists, I'm a management scientist. And management scientists have accepted this as a principle. I have done so many researches and published works based on this theme. If you meet somebody who is not religiously inclined, and he asks you, what is it that, why you come together to be chanting and making noise? Sometimes they say, you're just making noise. Tell them we are not making noise. We are engaged in an intervention called sonic therapeutic intervention. I'm serious. You could Google sonic therapeutic intervention on the web. Go to Google Scholar or go to the general web and just Google sonic therapeutic intervention. You see some published works on sonic therapeutic, mainly my works. So it's been established that what the Hare Krishnas are doing is a science. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? So, Lord Krishna has kindly scheduled to manifest tomorrow. Today, we should be preparing to receive him. We should be preparing to receive him, to do all that we can, because he loves us so much. He's coming to check in to see how we are doing. And that if there are any incoherences, he is ready to dissipate all those incoherences. This is external reasons for coming. He's coming to be able to dissipate all the obstacles of the devotees, all the obstacles, incoherences in religiosity, to kill the demons. If just to kill demons, you could use a cyclone or earthquake or any natural disaster and wipe out the whole heart. So the important reason, the confidential reason of his coming, that he's coming to give pleasure to his devotees. He's coming to enact pastimes, and these pastimes are a source of solace, a source of exhilaration for the devotee. It's a source of devotional reinforcement and self-motivation. And so when we hear of Krishna's coming, it is not something strange, because even every head of state or even a governor has what we call a prerogative of mercy. He or she exercises that prerogative of mercy. He goes or she goes to the prison, especially on special days, independent days, or whatever. He goes to the prison and free prisoners. Hey, get out from here. Hey, get out from here. Hey, get out from here. So the president or the governor, he goes to the prison to ensure that he exercised that his power to free people from the prison. And although majority of people don't want to hear or don't want to accept that, we are also prisoners to some degree. To a great degree, we are circumscribed. We are incarcerated. We are very much limited because we have acquired material bodies which encages the spirit soul. And so we have limitations. And therefore, we are imprisoned in a sense. And then the idea of Krishna coming is to ensure that he enacts some pastimes to allow us to be able to remember him and reflect on those pastimes, meditate on those pastimes, absorb ourselves in those pastimes so that we can re-engineer and reinvent our spiritual identity as spirit souls, part and parcel of Krishna. So, the very first demon that Krishna killed was a man, right? Was what? Huh? Was it a man or a woman? Why? You don't know? Okay. Yeah, Putana. Why? Why? I was asking. Krishna killed the first demon he killed. Is it a man or a woman? Woman. Why? That's a little bit difficult, right? Okay, so anyway, let's not go into that. Let's leave that aside, okay, for today. So the idea is that this is a preparatory stage. Krishna is mentioned in this verse that is reassuring us that our challenges, he does not just take his eyes away. He sees our challenges, he helps out, he tries to deal with it. If even we hide our challenges, Krishna knows. And therefore, who could be the best friend that we have, that other than Lord Krishna? So Krishna appeared in this world over 5,000 years ago in Vrindavan. And sometimes modern historiographers, they say that the pastimes or even the appearance or the history of Krishna is mythology. But it's not mythology because Vrindavan is there. How many of you have been to Vrindavan? Very good, very good. If you've never been to Vrindavan, you try to save some money and you visit Vrindavan, because if you love somebody, you should visit them. I know people who love their friends, who go from one continent to the other continent to visit their friend. Oh yeah. So if we love someone, we like to show our presence at their place. If it means it's a surprise visit, not a problem. So the point is that Krishna, his appearance and activities are real. There are holy places in Vrindavan where the pastimes enactment, they are still being visited as theaters. And so, if we have a problem, tomorrow is the best day to place our problems before Lord Krishna. Because he's coming with the purpose of dismantling our problems. He will not keep a blind eye to our problems. And that is the major external reason of his coming. And therefore it is important for us to have that readiness of purpose. To understand that Krishna loves us so much and is coming to the prison of the material world to rescue us. We should be willing to be rescued. If the president or the governor comes to the prison on those special days and wants to exercise their power of prerogative of mercy, and he tells somebody, hey, get out from this prison, the person has a freedom. Let's get this point clear. The president or the governor comes to the prison. Now he wants to exercise his right to free some people from the prison. He says, hey, David or Govinda, get out from this prison. And then David says, I'm fine here, Governor. Governor, I'm fine here. Governor, I'm very okay here. I'm very fine. What can you do? You're not going to force you. So we should have that mindset of acceptance that this material world, we are undergoing some dualities, some tribulations, and we want love, we want to repose love, but in most cases, the receptacle of the love is not appropriate, and therefore we get disappointed. But Krishna loves us so dearly that he will never disappoint us. So he came to this world through his devotees. And even today, right here in Germany, we can invoke powerful souls like Krishna. Oh yeah, I'm serious, yes. How many of you have read the Gabadam Sanskara book? Anyone else? Gabadam Sanskara book. See, you want to invoke a powerful soul into this world and create a spiritual revolution to be able to redirect a misdirected civilization, you have to be a grihasta. A grihasta is different from someone who is married. A grihasta is different from a married man. It's a married man with a difference, or a married woman with a difference. So I was enjoying that everybody in this hall should get a copy of the Gabadam Samskara book and read it, because we are all potential fathers and mothers. So we should know how to invoke powerful souls who are like powerful as like Krishna into this world. Oh yeah. The science is there. Even a demon, so-called demon like Hiranyakasipu, he begot a powerful soul, Prahlad, who became a devotionally historical figure throughout the three worlds. But we may say it's a demon. Read chapter 20 of the Srimad Purana. You see how the science of procreation. You see how Hiranyakashipu was able to beget a powerful soul like Prahlad. Although he was a demon. So Krishna is coming. He is not coming through a family who are not powerful. He's coming through a powerfully charged devotee couple. And therefore, it is important for us to understand the social implications of Krishna's coming, the social implications of Krishna having to come with his brothers and sisters. You see, when you have a child has a sibling, they grow up, the social skills are better off than a single child, according to scientific reports. Their cognitive skills are better than that of the single child, again, according to scientific reports. Therefore, children need socialization. Even in devotional life, we need socialization. That is why we come. We call it Sangha. We call it association, spiritual socialization. And so for those of you who are planning to have children, think about this. Don't be the one that has a single child. You are punishing that child. Because Krishna himself, and no time did Krishna ever, even when he came as Lord Ramachandra, in the incarnation of Lord Ramachandra, he had siblings. Where do we get this idea? that you just have to have a single child. So it is important for us to appreciate the fact that Krishna is coming to help us. We should mold our minds. We should set up our agenda in such a way that we are ready to receive him, so that he can help to destroy all of the demoniac forces that are disturbing our devotional progress. This is the promise of Lord Krishna. He's coming to do that. So, don't feel shy to place your challenges before Krishna. Don't think, well, he knows already, he should deal with my challenges. Yeah, Krishna knew that Draupadi was being derobed. Why did he not come? Then when Draupadi called, Govinda, immediately. So Krishna, he wants to see whether we want him to help us or want to do the struggle by ourselves. He can help us. That's why he's coming to remind us that he can kill the demoniac mentality of thinking that Ishwaroham, Aham Bhogi, Siroham, Balawan Sukhi. So tomorrow you ensure that you make some sacrifice, perform some austerities. When a great soul, a great personality is appearing, avatar is appearing, or spiritual master's appearance or disappearance, we perform some penance, we perform some austerities to purify ourselves, to be a receptacle for their blessings. So tomorrow there will be fasting. Fasting is a good means of cleansing ourselves from too much of load in the alimentary canal system. And so there are rules and regulations in some places, and on Janmashtami even the devotees, they don't eat grains. I don't know the case here, but the important thing is to remember that Krishna is coming, taking the time to come to check in with us. We should be ready to embrace it. We should be ready to receive it with a good heart. There's so many things mentioned in the purport here, and we know this already. And therefore it is important that we take some time to sit back and see how we can do more for Krishna tomorrow. If we be chanting 60 rounds, we should think of doing more than that. It's like on a Ekadasi day, we should think of doing more. Because there are special days, and any service we do on such a day, we receive abundance benedictions. Any comments or questions? Yes, any comments or questions? It's a very simple talk. I presume that, yes.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for bringing the importance of the festival. Can you please help understand how to approach the Lord so that He helps me to remove the anarthas, and especially what can I do tomorrow?
Yeah. Lord, sometimes devotees they feel that asking anything from the Lord is Maya, is material, is material desires. May Lord Krishna, He comes to the rescue when the devotee is in danger, and especially when the devotee calls on Him. Draupadi was struggling by herself. Then she realized she cannot save herself, or she couldn't save herself. Then she gave up, surrendered to Krishna, gave up, called on to Krishna, Govinda. And immediately Krishna came to the rescue. That's a good eye-opener for us. So we do have problems. No one should pretend that they don't have problems. I have a lot of problems, and I pray to Krishna every day. See, I have a conference, 3 papers to present at Oxford. That's why I have to close the class pretty early. Today, in about 15 minutes, I have a conference in Oxford, but I have to present online. So each time I want to go for my preaching, academic preaching engagement, I beg Prabhupada, I beg my spiritual master, I beg Krishna, I beg my deities. I don't know anything. Please, use me as an instrument. Please help me. Yeah, we should form the habit of praying to the Lord. And we shouldn't even wait until we have problems. We should pray to the Lord to help us. If even the chanting, assuming we don't have any problem, even with the chanting, we should pray to the Lord to help us to improve the quality and quantities of our chanting. So it's a matter of accepting that we are deficient, we are dependent on the Lord, and the Lord loves to see that. And that's why immediately when Draupadi, gave up and shouted, immediately He came to the rescue. So sometimes people query that, hey Krishna, you saw all this, why you have to wait for so long? He doesn't want to interfere with our freedom, with our choice. If we acknowledge that He is there for us, why not? Love, you can't force love on somebody. So we should humbly appeal to the Lord to be used as instruments in redirecting this misdirected civilization that is characterized by all types of horrible walks of life, ugra-karmic activities. So tomorrow is a good day. We should beg the Lord. Even the things that we don't know we need, we should beg Him to help us to supply. And we should rededicate ourselves or recommit ourselves in our devotional culture. So tomorrow is a day that we recommit ourselves, like we rejoin the movement. We pray to be able to have that spirit of rejoining the movement. Remember, the first times we joined the movement, we were very, very ecstatic, and we are always highly motivated. But at some point in time, motivation wanes. But we could constantly be enthused by recognizing that the Lord is there for us, and we can pray to Him for for a consistent enthusiasm in devotional life. And that basically helps us with the leverage that we most needed in our devotional life. So people have different ways to pray. But then the point is that Krishna said, Sarva kama moksha kama dharati. Tivrena, bhakti yoga. Whether you're full of material desires, he says, hey, come to me. You are an Atmaram, you don't have any desires, he said, hey, come to me. So yeah. Thank you. Any other comment or question? Yes.
Thank you for your lecture. I have one question. You told that we have to make famous tomorrow and fast with Krishna. But when your best friend come tomorrow, to what state of heart I should bring myself? That was what I was thinking. When one is excited, one is happy that he come, but which state of heart I can please Krishna to make him happy that he comes?
Yeah. Tomorrow, the state of heart that you will be able to please Krishna is to surrender to His holy names. To chant as many rounds as possible. Because in this age of Kali, the prescribed means of surrender is to chant Krishna's names. So you want to please Krishna, chant His holy names. Yeah. This is the best way to please Him. Chant, chant, chant. Maybe you chant 64 rounds tomorrow. That will give you a perfect frame of mind to please Krishna. You'll be very happy. Yeah. Krishna doesn't want so much from us. He just wants that we become purified, and that He leaves it to us that we chant His holy names. All right. Any other last comment or question? All right. In the absence of any other comments or questions, I would like to adjourn this meeting. Thank you again very much for participating in this Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna Janmashtami ki jai.